What, a car accident? Lu Jinian, who sat on the sofa with a cold expression, heard these words, which caused his brows to unintentionally crease. In the afternoon, Qiao Anhao and Qiao Anxia were together. Lu Jinian's usually icy eyes glanced over with a hint of anxiousness. His laid-back and relaxed body slightly stiffened, and his focus heightened. He heard Gong Yang's gentle voice ask gently, "Are you hurt?" It was a serious crash. Coincidentally, Gong Yang opened the door to the director's room at that time and stepped out, conveniently closing the door behind him and cutting off any sound behind him. Lu Jinian's brows tightened even more intensely, his thoughts growing even more confused. The director didn't stop the discussion on account of Gong Yang having left the room. The usual eloquently spoken Lu Jinian sat very quietly on the sofa. His eyes didn't turn away from the view outside the window. It looked like his full attention was focused on listening to the director's words, yet it also looked like he was lost in thought. The director seemed like he said he was tired. Finally coming to an end, he turned to ask Lu Jinian, "Mr. Lu, what do you think about these amendments to the script?" Lu Jinian didn't make a single reaction. Both his eyes were still glued to the view out of the window. The director picked up his teacup from the table and took a sip. He looked at Lu Jinian, who didn't say a word, and said again, "Mr. Lu." Song Xiangsai creased her brows and turned her head. She saw Lu Jinian unexpectedly in a daze, and so she extended her arm to touch his arm. She said in a low voice, "What are you thinking about?" The director asked for your thoughts. Lu Jinian gave a millimeters. Coming back to his senses, he blinked, pulling his eyes back from outside the window. Just now, he only cared whether Qiao Anhao was in Qiao Anxia's car at the time of the accident and if she was hurt. He simply didn't hear the director's words. To ask him for his thoughts, now. How would he know? Lu Jinian's eyes flatly swept past the people sitting in the room. He gave a composed nod, thought about it for a moment, and said, "It's great." He then fished around his pocket for his phone, wanting to give Qiao Anhao a call. In the end, Gong Yang, who took the call, coincidentally pushed the door open to come back into the room at that exact moment. "I'm terribly sorry, Anxia was just in a bit of a car accident and didn't bring her driving license. The traffic police are waiting to inspect it. I have to go bring it to her," said Gong Yang apologetically. "A car accident? Was it serious?" Song Xiangsai asked, concerned. "There shouldn't be any big problems." Gong Yang's reply made Lu Jinian forcefully purse his lips. The hand clutching his phone instinctively tightened. There shouldn't be any big problems. What did he mean by shouldn't? Lu Jinian turned his head and glanced at Gong Yang, who had grabbed for his jacket. He got up with a calm expression and picked up his own jacket. "Well, actually I have business in the city too and I need a lift. My assistant has the car. As you're on the way, take me with you." Gong Yang and Lu Jinian came out from the hotel. When Gong Yang pulled out his car keys and was ready to sit down, Lu Jinian said, "Give me the keys, I'll drive." Gong Yang zoned out for a bit, yet he didn't react. He handed Lu Jinian his car keys. As Lu Jinian started the car up, he asked, "Where's the car accident?" "At 4th Ring Road." Gong Yang hadn't finished speaking when Lu Jinian stepped on the accelerator, turned to the steering wheel at top speeds, and drove off.